Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Detroit Lions in today's video, but really quickly, I'm gonna rant to you for about a minute. I just watched Jackson Dart dice it up for the New York Giants. That's their rookie quarterback. He's going up against the Buffalo Bills. He just led them on, 70, 80-yard drive for a touchdown. He threw like numerous passes over 20 yards, and I don't care if it's the first string Bills defense, the Hall of Fame defense, I don't care. I love preseason. That amped me up, and it made me think. Now, the Lions game last night ended on an extremely sour note. Nobody in any sport of a fan of any team, any age, nobody wants to see what happened, why that game ended, right? And prayers up for Maurice Norris. But to be quite honest with you, we live in an era. Because I'm sitting here and I'm watching the Lions 2 weeks ago. I'm seeing Tesla. I'm seeing Lovett. I'm seeing some of these kids even yesterday like Tate Ratledge. I'm seeing Giovanni Manu. There we go. I'm watching Hassanin. I'm watching Rock Yassin. I'm watching Al-Qadim Muhammad. I'm watching Broderick Martin for a drive. I'm watching all these Lions dudes. And I'm getting amped up. Right, because I think this stuff is cool. And you guys know me, I'm a Detroit Lions supporter, but I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. I got a ton of family. Most of my dad's side of the family is born and bred in the city of Detroit. So honestly, I've said I've been to Ford Field. I got bobbleheads. I got a Roy Williams jersey, blah, 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 blah. There's too much criticism in the year 2025. Now, I was not even going to make this video. I actually made a more in-depth video on my Lions channel, Will Upton Lions. I'll put it in the comment section down below. It's different than this. And I've made a couple of preseason videos so far, and they're always excruciatingly boring. All right, outside of a drive or two, they're super boring. And Isaac Tesla yesterday really amped me up, or last night's football game really amped me up, and it just made me realize, like, I'll sit back here on the microphone, not saying, the Lions, but even take Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is hyping me up yesterday because I'm watching this dude throw a couple of touchdowns. Like, that's what football's about. That's what I care about. But you can go to one of those videos that I make or anybody else makes, or a tweet, it doesn't matter, anything on social media, and it's like, if let's say there's 10 comments, there's 10 people that are upset and crying and saying, blah, it's like, okay, dude. So we're going to talk about the Detroit Lions in today's video. Sorry for that 3-minute ramble. My girlfriend's actually going to pick me up Chipotle, so we are going to temporarily pause this, which is very rare on this channel. So in the meantime, hit that like button for me, guys. It makes a really big difference. All right, thank you for your pausing. I'll start with one negative. The backup quarterback situation is not my favorite situation on planet Earth. 2 weeks ago, Kyle Allen really struggled in that first half. Yesterday, Hendon Hooker really struggled in that first half. Sometimes you'll see people are saying, oh, he's throwing hospital balls. There was like one drop. I don't love it either way. I really think that Jared Goff has been so healthy recently. It reminds me of Jordan Love and how the Packers traded for Malik Willis literally when preseason ended. I'm just not fully bought into the idea that the backup quarterback for Detroit in 2025 is currently on this roster. But we'll talk about these guys maybe if we have some more time. Isaac Tesla is blowing me away, all right? And you see this kind of like what we just ranted about. People will try and tell you, oh, it's just preseason. Like, it could be any player, any position on any team doing good things. And you notice it with your eyes. And that's why we like the eye test in preseason, because, whether Tesla is going up against the first string defense, the second string defense, the third string defense, it doesn't matter. Whether it's just like a super subtle block that you might not even notice unless you're just noticing number 18 out there. Obviously he kind of mossed whoever that Falcons defensive back was yesterday. He made 2 really nice catches in the Hall of Fame game against the Chargers. when I watch this kid with my eyes, and I know I'm not the only one out there, it's clear as day this dude will have an impact on the Detroit Lions this season. Like, quite literally, this season he will have an impact. I won't declare him wide receiver number 3 week 1 of the regular season, because I also think some of these guys that they have, like Tim Patrick's a super solid, reliable wide receiver. But would it surprise me if Isaac was wide receiver number 3 very early on? Absolutely not. Not even in the slightest. So I'm like completely sold on this kid. You know, I know some people have been comparing him to Puka Nacua. I like that a lot. I think he's almost even more of a gadgety Puka Nacua, which is very cool because, you know, all these small things, all these little things, like it's a Blink-182 song, Dan Campbell likes, you know, Morton likes, everybody likes it. So if you can block, you're going to stay on the football field no matter what age you are in the NFL. And he's doing every little thing correctly, or at least that's what it appears. So this guy, you know, to be honest with you, I think is the Detroit Lions gem of the entire NFL draft. Now, real quick, the offensive line, Giovanni Manu, he's what, 6'8", like 350? I mean, this guy will be a stud, either if his name, God forbid, gets called this season, or number 2 next year or the year after that. Like, we knew he was going to be a project heading into the NFL, and, you know, maybe some hand placement some people were talking about, I get it, whatever. The guy's gonna be a stud. He kind of already is becoming a stud. And it's funny because he gets like a bad rap in practice, and then you'll see him play and it's like, oh, I don't get it. Why is he getting bad publicity? And then number 2, Tate Ratledge. Holy cow. I mean, holy cow. There you go. That's your new starting right guard. Kevin Zeitler, who? I mean, what team's Kevin Zeitler on? He's on the Tennessee Titans. So enjoy him, Cam Ward, because Tate's in town. I mean, that's really, it's just honestly as simple as that sentence I just said. I do say, defensively also, Jake Bates, 57? Come on. I mean, come on, you've got one of the best kickers already. I don't care. Like, he was so good last season. He just drilled a 57 or last night. It's insane. Defensively, feel so bad for Ennis Rakestraw Jr. I really do. I hope he comes back eventually healthy and good to go. But Rocky Sin, oh my goodness, this guy is doing every single thing little right. Tyleik Williams also had his debut. Didn't show up in the stat sheet, something I might do a film study on my Lions channel, so check that out. Zach Cunningham, the new linebacker, he made some really nice tackles out there, man. So did Nawasake. Al-Qadim Muhammad had a nice sack. He almost had 2 sacks. He was everywhere. Ahmed Hassanin continues to do good things for this defense, being a rookie, and I think he's super sick. Isn't he the guy who said, I'll die for you or whatever to Dan Campbell? I don't know if YouTube lets me say things like that, but that guy's a beast and a baller. So, folks, that's it for me. I got to make this Chipotle order. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. Don't let anyone gaslight you into thinking preseason football is lame. It's awesome, all right? But it is boring. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend. Peace.